Now, is the media too harsh on Donald Trump? Many think that some publications have gone too far in mocking the new president with a spate of bold and some say inappropriate front covers. But others insist these symbolise the freedom of the press, which is vital to a functioning democracy.
Yeah, well, with us now to discuss this is the political cartoonist Rebecca Hendin. Welcome to you. Thank you very much for coming in. Do you think that perhaps we have crossed that line of well, not objectivity, because that's perhaps not cartoonist's job, but that really we only ever see the negative in relation to President Trump?
Yeah, but I think you could say that about political cartoons pretty much always. I don't think that the role of a political cartoonist is to do a really flattering image of people in power and to just make them look great and to be like, here's how great this person is. So no, I don't think that this is going any further than the normal remit of political cartoonists at all. Is
it just that we're becoming more sensitive to it because there is so much criticism about?
Possibly. I think we're just more exposed to it all because the internet allows these images to become viral and to be seen by loads of people, and so these cartoons have always existed. But with the internet, people see them all around the world, and as such you can get Twitter mobs and just loads, because loads more people see them, there's more offense to be had and to be expressed. What's the danger of, if any, of not having these type of cartoons, this type of imagery, and remaining neutral on front covers like we see here? But would it damage democracy, damage freedom? I reckon, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the freedom of the press and the freedom of expression is absolutely necessary within a liberal democracy. And if you take that away, then I suppose you're just supposed to expect that the people in power will do what they say they will. And if there's no one holding them to account, whether that's the press or whether that's cartoonists or whether that's any number of organizations, then, then what? They're just allowed to do what they want without anyone checking them.
Do you think there's an added dimension, because we know of the character of Donald Trump, that he seemingly is very thin-skinned? Do you think that then informs cartoonists before they take on a project involving the president, because they know the reaction, possibly he might tweet about it the very next day? You mean
do they do it so that they can get a reaction out of him because they know it'll, personally offend him? I'm sure that some people think about that, but I think that for the most part, the cartoons that I've seen, and covers like that Der Spiegel cover and other similar things, seem to. I don't think that the people who are creating these things really care about pissing off Donald Trump. I think that they more just want to put into light the issues that are at stake here, which is, a far more important thing to do than to just make the guy angry, because he seems like he'll probably be angry anyway. So that would seem like a redundant thing to do.
Apologies, I know it's a cultural thing. Bad language is. I don't think it's viewed the same way stateside, is it? I apologise to our viewers for that. But what about this idea of cartoons as? I saw with some of the images that we've seen in the wall there, it strikes me as poetry, in a sense, compared to prose. The fact you can take so much from an image, it's up to the viewer what they take from it, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's visual metaphor, and it's putting two perhaps seemingly unrelated concepts together to make this instantly recognizable, emotion or a thought or a feeling, or just to make clear something that perhaps words can't do in such a powerful way. Because you could say, if you take the Der Spiegel cover, there's a lot of work. It would take hundreds of words to probably express the nuance that's within that art. But you can look at that piece and you can immediately get a feeling and get an idea of what that artist is trying to convey. And I think that's an incredibly important thing to do, because some people won't be interested in reading long articles, and some people won't be interested in getting involved in the policy and finding out, all of the really intense detail behind it. You can just look at this piece and you can see in a moment exactly what this artist is trying to say, and whether you agree with it or not is completely up to you, but it's incredibly important to hold power to account.
You get a short snap of the zeitgeist of the time just by that quick image. Lovely to speak to you, Rebecca Hendin. Thank you very much for coming in.
Fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating topic. Gavin, what have you got for us?
Yeah, moving from Trump to Arsene Wenger, who's facing a tough time at Arsenal at the moment, because